To start our Sunrise Smart Start, some breaking news as a 3-year-old is fighting for their life in serious condition after a hit and run last night. Ron Spitzer live from the scene of the accident on Mount Read Boulevard with the latest details from the investigators. Ron.
Michaela, that 3-year-old currently hospitalized fighting what police are calling serious life-threatening injuries. Now, that police also say that they showed up here to Mount Read Boulevard and J Street at around 10 p.m. last night for a child struck by a car. Investigators tell us the child had walked into the roadway by himself when he was hit by the car. That driver did not stop and left the scene of the accident. No further details have been shared about the suspected vehicle involved in this hit and run. Anyone with any information, authorities ask that you call 911. If you'd like to leave an anonymous tip, you can do that through Crime Stoppers. Reporting in Rochester, Ron Spitzer, News 8.
All right, thank you, Ron. Yes, very clearly that road is back open to traffic. But again, if you think you know anything, please come forward and we will continue updating you throughout the day on air and online at rochesterfirst.com. All right, checking back in here with you, Leanne, and the remnants of Beryl kind of finally petering their way out of here. But we have some assessors coming in to tell us just how serious things got in this area yesterday.
To put it into perspective, we don't get tornadoes here in Western New York.
That, yeah.
So usually we don't see tornado warnings. These were all of the tornado warnings issued by both National Weather Service in Buffalo as well as Binghamton, along with the storm reports with it. A lot of damage and some hail as well as tornadoes were there. But now things have teetered back down, some scattered showers with the rest of the remnants of Beryl heading our way. But for now, we will stay mostly dry and mostly cloudy ahead of those showers. I'll send things back to you, Michaela.
All right, thank you, Leanne. As we recap the worst of that damage, mainly concentrated in our west, New York, the western areas there in the Finger Lakes dealing with those remnants. We see this moment captured by a homeowner in one of our sister station sites, Arkwright. The moment that the roof was ripped off that home, the Mead family that lives there, they have quite a lot of cleanup left to do with the debris covering their yard, some collapsed trees, their lawn is ruined, but thankfully at least no one is hurt. An inspection of the roof did show some missing pieces of insulation and the wood panels.
I was working on a trailer in the shop when it came through. Sounded like a jet engine coming across the hill, so we came out to look at what was going on, and we realized that the tree parts that were flying at us were probably a good indication we should go inside.
I thought it's going to take the whole cabin up in the air, so I just stood there and watched it. I wish I'd filmed it, but it happened so fast. The next thing I knew, there was a bunch of fire coming out of the sky, so it must have knocked this pole down and shorted out. And I've just been going around seeing if everybody's okay in the neighborhood.
Yeah, better to be safe there. Many people who spoke with our sister station in Buffalo say they'd never seen or experienced a tornado, especially not in this area ever before. Meanwhile, the video from our affiliate, same affiliate in Buffalo, this shows the second tornado that touched down in Silver Creek, south of Buffalo. You can see that there were trees down as folks drove by and dark clouds and heavy rain that came along with this funnel cloud. You can see it right there in the middle of the screen. Next, we bring you some drone footage out of Eden in Erie County. This shows the aftermath of one of the tornado's paths as Eden was under a state of emergency. Erie County's executive did announce a number of farms, as we're looking here, especially these barns, took extensive damage, some of them a total loss. There were reports of animal injuries. Luckily, no people were hurt. We have new details about this gun violence state of emergency in Rochester, once again renewed for another time. The city under this order for about 2 years now, first initiated in July of 2022. Rochester's Mayor Malik Evans saying that this year to date, we have so far had 24 homicides and more than 100 shooting victims. The goal in extending this state of emergency, according to the mayor's office, is to tackle Rochester's unprecedented levels of gun violence and giving the mayor and the chief of police further powers to address potential problem areas throughout the city. A man faces DWI charges after a multi-car crash on 590 in Irondequoit. This crash involving 3 vehicles and a state trooper patrol vehicle. The trooper, 2 drivers all had to be taken to the hospital Wednesday afternoon. State police say that one of their units had pulled over 29-year-old Edith Cubero around 12:30, driving a Chevy. Shortly afterwards, a Dodge Ram 1500 that was driven by 59-year-old Donald Natal sideswiped the patrol car, hit the Chevy, causing it to flip over. Natal now faces drug charges as well as DWI and multiple other violations. He's been issued appearance tickets and will appear in Irondequoit Town Court sometime later this month. The trooper, Natal, and Cubero all had to be treated for minor injuries. Turning our eyes to the cannabis market in New York State, where the Control Board is trying to look at a proposal introducing new regulations for packaging, labeling, marketing, and advertising. The proposal amendments aim to help merchants while also maintaining the safety and quality of cannabis products. They want to inform customers and protect against any packaging that might target younger individuals, anyone under 21. Regulators further approved another round of licenses during yesterday's meeting. News 8, your local election headquarters. Lieutenant Governor of New York, Antonio Delgado, joined this growing list of Democratic leaders calling for President Biden to end his bid for the White House. Via social media, Delgado expressed appreciation for Biden's accomplishments, but did go on to write, quote, he can add to his legacy, showing strength and grace by ending his campaign and making room for a new leader. A spokesperson, meanwhile, for Governor Kathy Hochul responded in part, quote, while Lieutenant Governor Delgado has the right to voice his opinion, Governor Hochul believes Democrats must come together, move forward as a united party, and focus on defeating Donald Trump come November. Well, Party in the Park kicks off today with 2 Grammy-nominated acts, The Record Company and North Mississippi All-Stars. That concert series will go on all summer at MLK Park downtown, starting at 6 with the music kicking off at 7. Well, let's take another check of our sunrise commute here at 6:54. Our last look of our roadways did show one accident in Pittsford, Thornell Road, northbound, southbound at Mendon Road. That is Route 64. As things start to pick up over the west side, we luckily have no accidents to report across 390, 490, and 590. 104 in the thruway looking great. Leanne, we're also taking a check of some of those roads are still wet after all the weather yesterday. We're going to be a little patchy on some of that rain today, but luckily not too much. Not too much, no. I mean, the bulk of the rain will definitely be throughout the morning hours and maybe into the early afternoon hours. But temperatures are going to be the big point of today. I mean, not getting out of the mid-70s here. But then tomorrow and Saturday looking really, really nice here in Rochester, back up into the mid-80s, what we're used to for this time of year before our rainier trend heads back our way through the rest of the weekend as well as the first part of next week. So, I mean, the best thing you can say is you got to take what you can get. And we love a nice back-to-back nice Friday, Saturday. Yeah. We'll enjoy some of those events. There's plenty of them going on outdoors. And I think we're all missing our vitamin D right about now. Oh, yes. I miss my vitamin D. I mean, it's not the best weather to go get a Slurpee today, but still on the Slurpees, this one. Well, we'll go out and get our Slurpees. We thank you for watching our show here on News 8 at Sunrise. Our next update in 30 minutes. But for now, goodbye and have a great morning.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.